What if I told you there are billionaires who travel with fake jets, military convoys, and entire laws rewritten just to disappear? Some use armored trains, others fly invisible, and one even carries his own toilet, so no one can trace his DNA. This isn't luxury, this is power in motion. 11. Kim Jong-un. Imagine needing an army, a missile system, and your own luxury train just to leave the house. Kim Jong-un doesn't travel, he disappears. While world leaders charter private jets, Kim rides across Asia in a 21-car armored train, bulletproof, bomb-resistant, and moving at a painfully slow 37 miles per hour. But speed isn't the point. Survival is. Inside, a command center with satellite communications, a dining car with lobster and crystal glassware, a private office, a bedroom, and even a gold-plated bathroom. And yes, a personal bathroom car, carried only for him. Why? Because he believes enemies could analyze his waste to uncover health secrets and plot his assassination. He's so paranoid, he even refuses to fly. Why risk airspace when you can roll in a fortress on rails? Alongside the train, an advanced team of over 100 armed guards sweep every station, every building, every road he might cross, while anti-aircraft weapons and a helicopter ride on board, ready for anything. Kim has only left North Korea a handful of times since taking power, and always in that same train. To the world, he's invisible. To his enemies, untouchable. And to his people, a ghost on steel tracks. Number 10. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift doesn't just travel. She executes covert operations disguised as world tours. Behind the music, behind the glitter, is a woman who moves with more secrecy than most heads of state. Her security team, 20 elite bodyguards at all times, 60 more on call globally, each earning over $1,100 per day, trained to travel with her, even on the plane, even on short flights. But that's just the beginning. When Taylor Swift enters a city, her team clears venues days in advance. They scan rooftops, vet every nearby building, set up decoy limousines, and enforce strict no-phone zones. And communication, forget texting, only encrypted walkie-talkies, no digital trace, no leaks. Some cities even temporarily restrict air traffic during her arrival. That's right, no-fly zones for a pop star. Her fame is so massive, fans began tracking her private jet through public FAA data, until one day, the data just vanished. Shortly after, the FAA introduced new legislation to hide private jet logs, a move some experts say was directly influenced by her team. And the jet? It's not subtle. It's a custom Dassault Falcon 900. Swift has been criticized for short-haul luxury flights, some as short as 12 minutes. But that's not the scandal. The real story is how she uses power and influence to vanish. Because this isn't just celebrity privacy. This is political-grade protection, repurposed for the world's most strategic entertainer. Taylor doesn't hide from fame. She outsmarts it. Vladimir Putin doesn't travel. He multiplies. When the president of Russia moves, the goal isn't just to protect him, it's to make you question if he was ever there at all. Putin's movements are shrouded in layers of deception, security, and outright confusion. Before he arrives anywhere, security forces sweep the location weeks in advance. Terrain is analyzed, weather patterns reviewed, and yes, even public sentiment is measured. The location is evacuated. Signal jammers are installed. Entire buildings are secured, sealed, and cleared, just for a single night's stay. And then, he may never even show up. Because Putin has been known to send body doubles, trained to mimic his walk, his speech, even his subtle expressions. In 2023, one Putin was seen at the front lines in Ukraine, while another Putin was spotted giving public speeches in Moscow the same day. Yes, the Russian public has openly speculated that their president is using decoys. And on the move, his motorcade includes armored vehicles, military-grade vans, spec ops soldiers armed with AKs, grenade launchers, and anti-air missiles. His bodyguards even carry bulletproof briefcases used as deployable shields in case of an ambush. But that's just the surface. Putin reportedly owns 58 aircraft, 20 residences, and over 8,000 vehicles he can relocate within hours and appear to be everywhere at once. And his security team? They collect and fly his waste back to Russia. Not a joke. Like Kim Jong-un, no trace of him is ever left behind. This isn't just about safety. It's about control, about confusion, and about the terrifying power of being both everywhere and nowhere. 8. Donald Trump. When Donald Trump travels, he doesn't just move. He runs a military operation. Behind the gold-plated jets, behind the red ties, And MAGA-Caps is a travel system designed to mislead, confuse, and shield him from every possible threat. During his presidency, and even after, Trump's movements have been guarded by one of the most complex protective systems in modern history. And it starts in the sky. Enter Operation Ghost Flight, a covert strategy where multiple planes are launched at once, all posing as Air Force One, but only one carries the real Trump. You might see the jet, you just won't know if he's actually in it. And on the ground, a full motorcade of decoy vehicles moves alongside the real one. Each limo in the convoy is heavily armored, and all are capable of resisting chemical attacks, bombs, and sniper fire. In one motorcade, he might not even be in the vehicle you're tracking. He could be in a completely different city, already watching the news coverage from a secure room. Security teams scout locations months in advance. They clear rooftops, deploy snipers, and monitor airspace for threats. Nothing is left to chance, especially after the recent assassination attempt during his campaign. After that, sources say security doubled, both in manpower and misdirection. And his aircraft? Forget private jets. Trump owns Trump Force One, a Boeing 757, retrofitted with 24-karat gold accents, private dining and entertainment areas, a full-size master bedroom, and a shower at 30,000 feet. But here's the kicker. He doesn't always use it. Sometimes he boards a commercial-looking jet to throw off reporters and satellites. Because in his world, visibility is vulnerability. Trump doesn't just travel like a billionaire. He travels like someone who knows the world is watching and wants to make sure they're always looking in the wrong direction. Number 7. Elon Musk. Elon Musk doesn't just escape the media, he escapes the map. The world's richest meme lord moves like a cross between a Bond villain and a Silicon Valley wizard. When Musk travels, there's no press, no flashes, no Mr. Musk over here, because no one even knows where he is, or that he's moving. He operates under a code name, Voyager, used for hotel bookings, aviation manifests, and internal communication with security teams. But this isn't just branding, it's strategy. His security team is armed, trained, and medically certified. They map escape routes in every building, every event, every city he visits. While most billionaires hire security to block attention, Musk's team is there to plan tactical extraction. At his own companies, he's escorted to the bathroom, not because of ego, but because of real threats. His preferred aircraft? Private jets, tracked under shell companies. But thanks to FAA regulation changes, partially influenced by celebrities like Taylor Swift, his flight data is now hidden. So yes, he can fly around the world twice in a day, and no one would know. And his lifestyle matches the secrecy. He's been spotted at Le Cheval Blanc in Saint-Tropez, a boutique hotel with only 30 rooms and elite-level privacy. He once dined on a 3D printed pop-up restaurant, flown to a beach shelf, just to avoid public spaces. And when he parties, he goes underground, literally. In Berlin, he was seen in the Kit Kat Club, a leather and fetish nightclub so secretive you're not even allowed to bring phones inside. Musk is not just hiding from cameras. He's mastering the art of selective visibility, being everywhere and nowhere by design. And with his increasing political alliances, including ties to military contractors and presidential candidates, his security has now been deputized, giving him government-level clearance and resources. He's not just protected like a billionaire. He's protected like a national asset. Number 6, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't just live privately. He lives in a digital fortress wrapped in human skin. When the creator of Facebook steps out into the world, he brings the algorithm with him. Zuckerberg doesn't just avoid the spotlight, he erases the possibility of it. His security budget? Over $25 million per year. That includes former special ops bodyguards, a 24/7 executive protection team, and bulletproof architecture in every one of his 5 homes. And those homes, they're more than luxurious. They're smart, powered by custom AI systems designed to predict and neutralize threats before they happen. Zuckerberg has panic rooms, facial recognition entry, and real-time threat monitoring for his family. When he travels, he doesn't go through Gate 53 like the rest of us. He bypasses terminals entirely. He has access to the Windsor Suite at Heathrow Airport, once reserved for royalty, now a luxury escape route for the ultra-elite. There, he's escorted by a private butler to a Michelin star chef experience, and then directly to his jet. But even that's not secure enough. Zuckerberg often avoids the US altogether and chooses destinations where Facebook is banned. One Christmas, he quietly escaped to Vietnam, a country where his own company doesn't legally exist, giving him the rare luxury of anonymity. He isn't just escaping fame, he's escaping the very system he created. And when he's not off-grid, he retreats to his $270 million Kauai compound in Hawaii, which reportedly includes a 5,000 square foot underground bunker, auto-locking blast doors, and a full-scale, energy-independent shelter. Some say it's paranoia, others call it preparedness. But one thing is clear, Zuckerberg doesn't just control a digital empire, he's built a physical one, engineered for survival. Number 5. Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani doesn't just hide his wealth, he disguises it as normal life. With a net worth north of $110 billion, India's richest man could be flashing his fortune at every red carpet. Instead, he's chosen a different route: strategic invisibility. Let's start with his jet. He didn't just buy a private plane. He bought a Boeing 737, sent it to Switzerland, and had it gutted and rebuilt into a 7-star hotel in the sky. Inside, a master bedroom, a luxury lounge, an executive office, a private bar, and a full onboard spa-style bathroom. But that's just his visible ride. He also owns a Bombardier Global 6000 and an Airbus A319, giving him multiple flying identities. Still, that's not where the real secrecy lies. When Ambani moves on land, he brings an army. His family never travels in the same car. Instead, they deploy a 16-vehicle convoy with decoys built in. We're talking 2 Land Rovers, a BMW X5, an armored BMW 7 Series 3 Rolls-Royces, 2 Maybachs, a Bentley, Lamborghini Urus, Ferrari Stradale, Aston Martin, and more, all of them bulletproof. And it doesn't stop there. Ambani is the only private citizen in India with Z+ security, the same level of protection given to prime ministers. That means 55 armed commandos from the NSG, trained in martial arts, surveillance, and live-fire combat, all dedicated to protecting one man. When he travels abroad, he chooses luxury hideouts specifically designed for secrecy, like the Bergenstock Resort in Switzerland, marketed for unmatched privacy, and Soneva Secret in the Maldives, where every villa includes its own personalized private security team. Ambani doesn't just avoid the public eye, he built a system where the public can't even look in his direction. Number 4. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos doesn't just fly private, he dominates airspace. When the founder of Amazon decides to travel, it's not about first class or champagne. It's about control, autonomy, and being untouchable from the moment he leaves the ground. His transportation fleet is more than luxurious. It's logistical warfare. 4 private jets, including multiple Gulfstream G6, 50ERs, 2 helicopters for short-haul discretion, and an entire network of private hangars and terminals across the US, allowing him to drive directly onto the tarmac. No airports, no lines, no press. And the sky isn't enough. He also owns a $500 million mega yacht, codenamed Koru, equipped with a helipad, a support yacht, a full crew and security team, and the ability to completely disable tracking systems, making him invisible to maritime surveillance. Once aboard, Bezos becomes untraceable. He spent months off the grid at sea, and no one even knew he'd left. And above it all, a digital eye is always watching. But it's not tracking him. It's tracking threats. Bezos is rumored to use autonomous drones and AI-powered surveillance systems to monitor his surroundings 24/7. His properties, his yachts, even the airspace around him are all under continuous digital observation. This isn't just travel, it's total perimeter dominance. And with rising concerns about kidnapping, corporate espionage, and even political targeting, Bezos isn't taking chances. He's not just traveling securely, he's traveling like someone who knows the future and built it to protect himself. Because when you've created one of the most powerful tech empires in history, you don't just fly above the world, you fly beyond its reach. Number 3. Drake. Drake doesn't just avoid the spotlight, he built a system to move through it without being seen. While most celebrities hire bodyguards and hope for tinted windows, Drake took it several levels higher. He flies in a custom Boeing 767 nicknamed Air Drake, a massive jet usually reserved for international airlines, now redesigned with leather couches, gold trim, and space for an entourage of 30+. It's not a private jet, it's a flying nightclub. But the aircraft isn't the real flex. It's how he uses it. Drake doesn't go through terminals. He uses Delta's ultra-exclusive VIP Select service, which allows him to arrive at the airport curb, get checked in on the spot, enter through a private tunnel, and be driven across the runway straight to his plane in an unmarked vehicle. No lines, no cameras, no public exposure. And this setup isn't just in Toronto or LA. Every major airport Drake flies into is prepped to handle him the same way. He's turned global travel into a seamless, invisible experience. And when he's not in the air, he's slipping in and out of luxury hotels, villas, and events without being spotted. There are rumors he has special arrangements with venues for private back entrances, secured elevators, and even entire hotel wings blocked off for a single night. Why so much secrecy? Some say it's because he's hyper-private. Others say it's about his controversial relationships, including his highly publicized friendship with Millie Bobby Brown when she was still a teen, which has drawn online backlash. Whatever the reason, Drake doesn't take risks. He built a global stealth network, one that lets him live like a megastar without ever touching the public. In a world where everyone wants to be seen, Drake paid millions to disappear. Number 2, Rihanna. Rihanna doesn't book flights. She disappears into the sky. She's not just a pop icon. She's a billionaire mogul, fashion empire boss, and one of the most strategically private celebrities in the world. While paparazzi stalk runways and fans refresh flight trackers, Rihanna moves under the radar, literally. She travels on chartered private jets with false registry codes. Her aircraft identifiers are constantly rotated, often filed under temporary shell companies, making her virtually untrackable in real time. And that's just in the air. On the ground, her security protocols are next level. Signal jammers block phone tracking and Wi-Fi triangulation. Radio frequency disruptors are used in hotel rooms, and she personally approves each location's privacy design, from entrance paths to window tint percentage. At luxury hotels, Rihanna never just checks in. She books entire floors, travels with a hand-picked security team, and requires soundproof suites, zero external visibility from drones, and staff members who sign strict NDAs, often enforced by legal teams on site. She even rotates aliases. Her name in a hotel system today, gone tomorrow. Some insiders say she uses a different code name in every country, and when she's in public, she rarely is. Instead, she uses timed decoy appearances, where lookalikes or decoy vehicles show up just minutes before she leaves quietly through an alternate exit. Some say it's about safety. Others say it's about control. But one thing is undeniable. Rihanna is the master of presence without proximity. Number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't just move through countries. He glides through borders like a diplomatic ghost. He's not just a footballer, he's a global brand, a high-performance machine, and a man who's perfected stealth-level travel under a cloud of privilege and elite access. His jet of choice? A Gulfstream G650, one of the fastest and most expensive private aircraft on Earth. But unlike most celebrities, Ronaldo's plane isn't for luxury. It's a mobile recovery and performance unit. Inside, it includes a personal physiotherapy space, advanced oxygen and circulation systems, and staff trained in nutrition and muscular optimization, all on board. He literally lands, stretches, and is ready to sprint. But it's how he lands that's next level. Ronaldo has special arrangements with governments and foreign embassies, especially in countries where his commercial deals boost tourism and national image. That means private runways at military bases, diplomatic clearances that bypass customs entirely, and armored convoys from airstrip to villa, often provided by the host country itself. He doesn't use hotel entrances. He enters from service tunnels, helipads, or straight into underground garages. And paparazzi? They often realize he's in the country only after he's already left. His presence is so tightly managed that even when he's posting from exotic locations, the photos are often days or weeks delayed. He's turned visibility into a controlled illusion. Ronaldo isn't just protected. He's projected, managed, curated, untouchable. And in a world where fame is often loud and clumsy, he's proof that true power moves in silence. With a jet at 51,000 feet and a government escort waiting at every landing, they don't just travel. They vanish, reappear, and rewrite the rules of visibility. From bulletproof yachts to jets with fake IDs, the richest don't move like the rest of us. They move like legends in exile. And if you think this is extreme, wait until you see what they do when they're not trying to hide. You won't believe what comes next.